Hello dear learners, good morning. This is Kamrul Islam, English teacher at South Massachusetts High School. Today my topic is the use of have and have got. Though both the items are used to express possession or ownership of something that we have, but there is difference between the use of these two things. I will show you now. I hope you will enjoy the class. Now have a look at the blackboard, at the whiteboard. How and when to use have. First of all, I have a pen, we have a car. It means I have a pen, I possess a pen. We have a car. It means we possess or own a car. In this way, he has a cow. Have a look. Here has been used with he because he is a subject that is third person singular number. If the subject is third person singular number, then we have to use has instead of have. And you have many friends. It means you possess many friends. Karim has a sister. Again, here has been used with Karim because Karim is third person singular. In this way, we can express our possessions or property, anything that we have, by using have. Now, to make the affirmative sentences, we have to use do and does. How? I have a pen. Have a look. If we want to make it interrogative, then we have to use do and does. Interrogative. Do I have a pen? Do we have a car? Does he have a car? Does he have a cow? Have a look. We have to use does if the subject is third person singular. When we will use does, then has will be changed into have. That is do or does plus have. It must be remembered that has will be changed here. If the sentence is affirmative, then with the third person singular number subject, we have to use has. But to make the interrogative, or when we use do does to make the interrogative sentence or negative sentence, then has will be changed into have. In this way, we can make all the interrogative sentences. But one thing should be remembered: we can also make interrogative sentence without using do and does. Then it will be have I a pen. Have we a car? Has he a cow? In this way, we can also make interrogative sentences, but this is very old rule. The present and the standard rule is to use do does to make this have verb into interrogative sentences, and have I a pen, have we a car, has he a cow. This rule is very old and backdated. Now we should avoid this rule. We have to follow the this rule. That is, we will use do or does to make the have verb into interrogative sentences. And now to make them negative, to make negative sentences, again we will use do and does. That is, I have a pen. Negative, I don't have a pen. We have a car. We don't have a car. He has a cow. He doesn't have a cow. Here we have used have because with do and does every time have will be used instead of has. In this way we can make all kinds of negative sentences of have verb, and we can also use do does to make negative interrogative sentences. Suppose don't I have a pen. Don't we have a car. Doesn't he have a cow? These are negative interrogative sentences. So to make interrogative or negative interrogative, we have to use do and does, and this is the very standard rule of using have verb. But in the previous time, do or don't are not used, but now they are widely used. We should follow this rule. In this way we can express our ownership or possession by using have verb. I hope all you have understood this, and now we will discuss have got and the difference of have and have got. Dear students, now I am going to show you the difference and use of have got. Have a look how and when to use have got. Actually, have got is also used to express the possession or ownership, and we don't find any problem or difference to use the same sentences with have and have got. Like I have a pen. I have a pen. It can also be written I have got a pen. and we have a car. We have got a car, and I have a pen and I have got a pen. There is no difference. We have a car, and if we say we have got a car, this is the same. So there is no problem. He has a cow and he has got a cow. So it can be said that to express affirmative sentences, we can use the both rules, have and have got, and equally we can use these two rules for the same purpose, for the same sentences. But when we will talk about the interrogative, negative and negative interrogative, then there will be different. For the have verb, when we have used have without got, then to negative form of have verb was I don't have a pen. But when we will use have got, then we have to avoid don't. Do and does must be avoided with have got or has got. Suppose I have got a pen. If we want to make it interrogative, we have to use have I got a pen. We cannot use do or does to make it interrogative. And for negative, I have got a pen. Have I got a pen? For the negative sentences, we cannot use do or does in the same way. We have to use I haven't negative I haven't got a pen. Interrogative, have I got a pen? Negative, I haven't got a pen. In the same way, he has a cow. He has got a cow. Interrogative, has he got a cow? And negative, he hasn't got a cow. That means when we will use have got or has got, then we can never use do or does to make interrogative sentences. So the difference is that with have we have to use do or does in the interrogative, negative and negative sentences, and with have got we cannot use do or does anymore. To make interrogative negative or negative interrogative, we have to use have or has with got. So as these are used in the affirmative sentence have or has got, so here do or does cannot be used. And one thing also be remembered, have verb in the past tense. We have to use did with have verb. That is, did I have a have verb in the past tense. Have verb in the past tense. I had a book. He had a car. In this way, in the past tense, had will be used with all subjects. But to make this past tense, we will have to use did, because we know that the past form of do or does is did. So if we want to make this sentence into interrogative, we have to use did I have a book? Did he have a car? In this way, we will have to use did to make interrogative and also to make negative. To make this sentence negative, I did not have a negative. I didn't have a book. He didn't have a car. In this way, did will be used in the past tense of have. That is, have verb means principal verb. We can also call it principal verb, but have got is never called principal verb. It is auxiliary verb, and that is why it did not take do or did with it to make negative. That means for negative, interrogative, negative, and negative sentences, have, had, itself will be used. That is, to make negative sentences of have got. Have a look. Now, have got. Have got in the past tense. Had got. I had got a book. He had got a car. So if we want to make these two sentences interrogative, had he got, had I got a book? Had he got a car? In this way, negative sentences of have got will be used in this way. If we want to make negative, then we have to use I hadn't got a book, he hadn't got a car. In this way, have got will be used in the past tense. So there is a bit of difference. There is a noticeable difference between have and have got to make to use in the interrogative sentence, negative sentence, and interrogative sentence. we have to be very careful, because the use of have and have got is not same in the past tense. And to make interrogative sentence or negative sentences. In the affirmative sentences, we don't have any problem to use have or have got for the same purpose, but for interrogative sentence, negative relative sentence, we must be careful about the use of have and have got, because with have we have to use do does in the present tense, we have to use did in the past tense, but with have got we don't need to use any do does or did in the present or past tense. And we can use have verb as principal verb also, and it can also be used in the auxiliary verb. As an auxiliary verb, it can also be used. Suppose in the perfect tense, we have to use have. I have eaten, I have bought a book. Here, if we say I have bought, I have bought a book. Here, have is an auxiliary verb. I have a book. I have a book. Here, have is a principal verb, or it is no more an auxiliary verb. But here, have in the past tense, I have bought a book. Here, have is an auxiliary verb, and it doesn't have any more meaning. It has been used here to have another verb. But in the second sentence, I have a book. Here, have has its own meaning. So it's a principal verb here, and have in this sentence is an auxiliary verb. But have got is auxiliary verb everywhere. So this is the basic difference between have and have got. I hope all you have understood this. Thank you for joining me. Okay, goodbye.